Hey guys, so if you didn't see my last video, I did buy back the red rocket from, I think it was over a year ago that I did my top speed run on that. I bought this, I bought two little pocket bikes that were in pieces and pieced them together, made one real nice one, and I sold it, and now I bought it back. So it needs some stuff before we can run it again, and the first thing we need to do is fix the pull start, because as soon as I got it back, I tried to pull start it and it didn't go so well. So it ripped. I'm going to walk you through how to do it. It's really simple. Your pocket bike might be slightly different, but they should all follow the basic same concept. Pocket bike, or even like the small 50cc two-stroke pit bikes, will have the same style pull starter on. So the way to fix this, though, you got to pull this cover off. It's just 3 Allen bolts. I'm not going to make you watch me do it. It's boring. But yeah, one here, and one on the bottom side. My fairings don't even cover it, so if you want to get these out of the way, it'll give you a little more room, but I'm going to try to do it with leaving them on because I'm lazy and I just want to fix it quick. So, alright, so that is off. Okay, so let's take a look at this thing. So I've never had one of these apart before, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out how this works. So it looks like when you pull that string, it spins this comes out, and those catch onto these gears here and then turn the engine over. When you let off, they spin the other way, which is sloped, and it lets it slip. So I'm going to pull this center Allen bolt out, so this whole assembly can slide out and we can get to the string, which is at that part there. Okay, so this Allen bolt sits on a washer. I'm going to keep these in order so we can reassemble them correctly. And there's a spring. And then this piece will pick out. Alright, so you can either buy, the right way to do this, so there's a plastic piece here as well. It seems like it must hold the spring in. Okay, so yeah, just keep all your pieces in order so you don't lose them. You can put it all back together. Pay attention as you take them apart, otherwise, you'll be struggling to put it back together. Okay, so you can see here this string here ripped. So I am just going to reattach my handle here, and it's just going to be a shorter pull string, which will work. Ideally, you want the longest pull string you can fit, but I just want to fix this thing. And yeah, I'll put a link in the notes for a new pull string. Depending where yours ripped, mine ripped real close to the end. So I'm only losing like half a foot, and it should still be fine. But if you need a new one, I'll put a link in the notes, so check that out. Alright guys, I want to show you something that happened here I was not expecting. This slipped out of my hands and I dropped it and it just, boom, exploded. This is the coil that draws your string back into it, and this came off. So now I'm going to have to recoil this and put this thing back together here. So, try not to let that happen. Anyway, so this can be a little bit more difficult than I was expecting, but hopefully you can be more gentle with yours and you can skip this step. Okay, so I want to talk, in case this happens to you, I want to talk you through how to put this back together here. So this is the coil. You'll see on the inside part of it, there is a hook. That hook, once we reassemble the starter, will hook into this notch right here. And then on the outside one, there's a hook as well. That hook goes on the string wheel, whatever you want to call this thing, and hooks into that. So I'm going to try to rewind this. I'm going to give this to my 4-year-old son. Hi, Finn.
Hi.
You going to videotape for me?
Yeah.
All right, so I want you to point the camera, hold the camera, and point it carefully at the coil. All right, so I need to wrap this coil up tighter. So I'm just going to coil it inside here, slowly and carefully, around and around, making sure it doesn't pop back out. Oh, keeps popping out. All right, so in order to rewind this, I clipped the vice grips right onto the clip here so it can't pop out. That's very important. When that pops out, the whole thing unwinds. So, and then I just work it around. All right, so I thought this would be easy, but it's been a pain. A lot of it's because I've never done this before, so learn from our mistakes. Should be easier for you. Just don't let this spring uncoil, and it'll save yourself a lot of hassle. Hey guys, please take that outside. I'm filming a video right here. So I had this all coiled up nice, but I coiled it up backwards. So I had to flip it over so the hooks were the other direction. And now I am spinning this again. Slowly but surely. I tried to actually just flip it, but you know, it just spun a tiny bit and it expanded and then it wouldn't fit back in. So now I gotta recoil it again. But that's how it goes sometimes. Excuse the noise, my kids are playing with a cardboard box in here. All kinds of fun toys, and that's the funnest thing in the garage right now. So I get this fixed, I guess. My son Gage is very excited to ride this pocket bike. All right, so coming up on the end here.
Hockenberry. Daddy Grant's last name is Hockenberry.
Oh yeah?
Hockenberry. Hockenberry.
All right. So you want to make sure this hook here is bent so it's close to the middle. If it's out like here, it's not going to catch on. If it's in here, it might cause you problems. You want it like right there, because if you look, I'll show you here. The hook that you're aiming to hook onto is this right here. It slips right into that. That's what didn't work for me last time, so. All right, I'm gonna undo the vice grips. I'm gonna set this against the floor here so the spring can't pop out of the back, and then reassemble all the top pieces. All right, so this string will get wrapped around like this. This piece gets dropped into the middle here. Okay, and little washer. Slips in. This thing, these tabs slide into these little notches. You can usually just kind of turn this stuff slightly until it falls into place. Okay, and then somewhere there's a spring laying around here. It's probably lost now. My kids running around. Anyhow, spring goes on top here, and then this whole unit, wrap the string up the whole way, set it onto here, and then the bolt goes down through the top. But we gotta figure out how we're getting the string through here nice and tight. All right, so I wrapped the string up. I set this down in and turned it until I can feel now it's setting on that coil. Because when I pull this, it's hooked on, because you can see it's returning now. So you might have to turn it until it gets hooked on. You'll feel it, because when you try to turn it counterclockwise, it'll pull itself back. That's what you want. If it's not hooking, pull it out, look at that, try to adjust that hook until it lines up and set it down on, but be very careful with that. All right, so I'm gonna leave this out right here, and then I'm gonna spin this until there's some tension and then there's enough slack that I can push the string through here and have some string sticking out. Then I'm gonna hold this down so it can't suck itself back in, tie the handle on, and then I can let it go. So I think, yeah, this is something good to have somebody help you with, or if you have 3 hands, that works really good too. All right, so I turned this up and there was a notch here, so I just wedged a Allen wrench in there to hold it. Now I have the slack here. I'm gonna push this through the handle right here, tie a knot, and then it can't slip back through, and then I'm gonna release that. Here, you wanna hold this? Point that right there for me. So I'm gonna push, I'm using just an Allen wrench to shove this old messed up rope through here. Okay, now it's sticking up through the top. Reach in here with the pliers. Grab it. Alright, now we just have to tie a knot and we'll be set. Alright, there's a knot. Let's try it. Oh, alright, so one thing I did not do yet is put this on. So I want to do this before this all pops apart. So get this started in the center here. Take your Allen wrench, put it in, tighten this. This will compress that spring. That spring is what will return these teeth. And we should be able to test it out here, see if it works.
Yeah.
Alright, excited?
Yeah. I can't wait to ride it.
Alright, so if this works right, watch. Those teeth will pull out. As I pull, let go, they slide back in. Alright, we are going to
Attach it.
well, Arrow, watch the video here. Now this goes back onto here. Line up your Allen screws.
Now, why do you always make the coolest videos?
You think they're pretty cool videos, huh?
Yeah. Got your arms in the way.
Alright,
Please,
and
please can I try to
it's
ride
back
it?
on. If you look, it works.
Yeah, please can I?
So now we just got to try to start it. Alright, so the float was stuck. I could tell because there's a overflow hose at the top of the choke. When I turned the gas on, it started leaking gas out the top of the carb. Sorry, not choke, the carb. So if gas is getting to the top of the carb, you know it's just filling the whole way up. So I took it out, and yeah, the little stopper on the float was stuck. So I took that apart. I didn't even take the carb off. I just flipped the pocket bike on its side and did it from underneath. And now we're gonna try to start it.
Woo!
You gonna hold that for me? Alright.
Okay.
Gas is on. Back up a little, please. Need to put air in the tires, but it's good to go. Is it hard?
Yeah, it's hard to turn.
Yeah, you gotta go a little faster, okay?
Yeah, I can.
Why not?
Hmm.